Hello everyone, welcome to Desi-Instincts. Hope you're all doing well. So watched Hindustani 2 in Hindi today in theaters and the crowd was not that full. In fact, it was mostly empty. So I'm not sure how the response was all over India. So it starts with how Indian people are engaged in corruption these days and how it has spread so vastly, starting from big ministers or celebrities to even small vendors. So the corruption is like cancer these days and it's injurious to country is also one of the warning signs we see, just like smoking is injurious in the movie. So there is a dialogue to just like water and air, even corruption is natural nowadays. And there are a bunch of good youngsters who wish to see a revolution against it, but they themselves get stranded in the middle of it. So they all know who can handle all this in large scale. The next part is the comeback of Indian with style. After almost 20 minutes of the story, his first scene itself, he hits a criminal as soon as he enters. Also, they have shown some animations of a common man cartoon, and it's in a good way to picturize and how they are influenced to vote in our country with some gifts during the election or money, but later they suffer with few circumstances. So the song Comeback Indian is awesome. It gives you the feeling of nostalgia, and they had to add it to create that hype in the movie. Plus they have shown some different parts of India as well in such a nice way to connect all the audience, of course. So the story has the same old inspector in part 1, and his son now is in charge of reopened Senapati case. So there is a scene as soon as Indian enters India, he gets out of the car with same old getup, with white shirt and dhoti and with same old hairstyle, and it's an iconic scene. All the Kamal Hassan fans and Indian fans are absolutely going to love that part. So Hindustani uses social media and he gets a response of a memester, and there is a dialogue where he says in the past people used to write such bullshit lines in the toilets and nowadays you guys are posting it in social media, and that was too funny. So there are good amount of fights too. He still uses his martial art moves like this, something called as Varmakala or something, to hit at vital organs and create some dangerous behaviors out of it. But this time, every major form or stance he uses about his martial art, he explains what it is and what it does. That part is seriously awesome. This is something new and interesting compared to part 1. So movie then builds up like it's not only the fight of Indian alone, but all the Indians, and they need to act just within their homes to eradicate corruption all over the country. And then the things start to get serious from there. So as I mentioned about youngsters who wanted a revolution and keen to call back Indian get into some serious trouble, and it gets personal to them because it's like almost every family has corruption these days, which is why it's very hard to fight corruption in this generation is what they have shown. It gives you the feeling of Rang De Basanti in some parts. Maybe it's just me seeing Siddharth in it, and his acting is top notch as always. So there are some cruel and peculiar deaths too for criminals planned by Hindustani. First half I felt it's very good and keeps you hooked to the story. Second half I felt less content and more action. So there is a road chase scene in second half which is like almost 30 to 45 minutes long. I felt a little exaggerated. So in the climax there is a fight which is awesome, and there is a superb twist about Kamal Hassan in that fight. You can never expect in the trailer because they have not even shown it. So the action is awesome, acting is top notch, direction and production is great, songs and BGM are amazing too. Story I think could have been had a little more content. Like they do not show how Indian survived all these years, what he was doing, how is he still alive, and also importantly how is he so fit. And is there a next part coming? Indian 3? The answer is yes. They have even shown a tiny trailer of it at the end, so don't miss it. And I think part 3 is going to be more awesome than 2 and also has better content. So I would happily rate Indian 2 a max 6 out of 10 because it could have had more content in the story and not much of a twist or a plot in the movie. But maybe next part might have it all. So that's it about Indian 2. Hope you have enjoyed the review. So please like, share and subscribe. Harshit signing off. Peace.